Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to review the book, Why Good People Can't Get Jobs, The Skills Gap and What Companies Can Do About It by Peter Cappelli. The mythical skills gap. Common wisdom says job openings stay vacant because candidates don't meet the minimum qualifications for requisite skills or education. 1. No pattern for skills shortage. Since 2006, the same 10 jobs have remained the most difficult to fill. Technician, sales rep, skilled trade, engineer, laborer, management executive, accounting and finance staff, IT staff, production ops, and office support. 1. Of these, laborers and office support staff members don't need skills beyond the abilities of a high school graduate. 1. Technicians and skilled tradespeople mostly learn their skills on the job. 1. Secondary education delivers the skills necessary for engineers, accountants, and IT. 2. Wage concerns. Generally, 11% of employers make job offers at pay rates that workers reject. 2. An organization's refusal to pay the going market wage doesn't indicate a skills gap. 3. Employers don't provide skills training. In organizations that don't offer training, applicants would need to have held the exact same jobs that the firm is trying to fill in order to qualify for open positions. 3. A scarcity of training shrinks the potential applicant pool to those with precisely equivalent prior experience. 4. Workers won't relocate. A decrease in job security means many qualified applicants refuse to relocate. 4. Management and executive level applicants often hesitate to move because, if they lose their new job, they don't want to have to seek employment in an unfamiliar community where they have few contacts. Academic preparation. Alongside the general myths surrounding the skills gap, assertions that schools don't prepare candidates for the workforce prove false as well. In fact, public schools have improved students' results over time. Today, the only common academic complaint companies have about employees is a deficiency in oral communication skills. However, many people become adept communicators in contexts beyond the classroom. With an abundance of workers to choose from, employers are demanding more of job candidates than ever before. In other areas, academic skills rank low on lists of worker deficits. Students learn basic competencies and, overall, workers are better prepared now than at any previous time. Being able to complete a college degree is a useful signal of a person's ability to persevere and complete tasks, even if the skills gathered in college are not relevant to the job in question. Employers tend to reach beyond academic qualifications and often list personal accountability, self-motivation, punctuality, time management, and a strong work ethic as traits missing in today's employees. A study of fast-growing companies says that finding qualified candidates is the company's biggest impediment to growth. When we are losing money keeping a vacancy unfilled, we can pay for quite a bit of training or ramp up time and still make money. When applicants far outnumber job openings, the overqualified bump out those only adequately qualified. Hiring process issues. The rise of the internet and job application software changed the hiring process. The web allows more candidates to apply for jobs, but that surge in applications has made many HR departments more dependent on screening software as they try to cope with the volume of applicants. To assume that there will be the right number of graduates coming out of college with the right skills when you want them and at the wage you want to pay is folly. Before that change, recruiters and HR personnel spoke with potential hires and discouraged inappropriate applications. But HR departments lost staffers with the adoption of application screening technology. Software programs examine all applications and select acceptable candidates. No one personally filters candidates anymore, seeking good or bad or out of the ordinary traits. Hiring managers can't review the screening process to examine cold candidates because that would make firms vulnerable to legal challenges claiming their hiring processes aren't fair and equal. For every story about an employer who can't find qualified applicants, there's a counterbalancing tale about an employer with ridiculous hiring requirements. Automated software identifies possible candidates based on specific criteria stated in the software design for a position. Job descriptions sometimes omit qualifying criteria for fear of discriminating against certain groups. The key words that job application software searches for in a cover letter often don't even appear in the vague job descriptions advertised. Hiring managers never see candidates whose applications lack certain key words, even if they have appropriate experience and credentials. Managers pile all the credentials and expertise into the job description to minimize the risk that the candidate will fail, making it virtually impossible to find anyone who fits. Employers also claim that character traits are critical to job success, but they rarely hire candidates based on such abstract criteria. Hiring focuses on prior experience and education. Given that training rarely follows hiring, managers seek people with the skills and experience specific to the job to ensure that a candidate can't subsequently fail. Every requirement seeks to guarantee a candidate's success on the first day. Firms hold hiring managers responsible for the success or the failure of new employees, but the process of looking for a unicorn makes it impossible to fill many open positions. Training benefits. Employers want new hires to be able to start contributing, with no further training or startup time. Some employers worry about the value of training staff members because they fear well-trained employees will seek better jobs elsewhere. Others admit that their hiring departments are too disorganized to design programs to give candidates the necessary training to succeed quickly. Most managers remain unaware of the costs associated with keeping a job vacant. Productivity may briefly increase in associated jobs, but that advantage is hard to sustain. Employers can be so dazzled by the choices of top applicants that they tarry before selecting people to fill open positions because the expense of not filling positions seems mysterious and hard to calculate. Employers with access to overqualified applicants may ask why they should settle for the merely qualified and then delay hiring while they endlessly screen applicants. Teaching work-based skills outside the workplace is both inefficient and impractical in the long run. A comparison of performance between outside and inside hires showed that outsiders require 3 years to reach the performance level of insiders, but insiders took 7 years to earn the higher pay of outsiders. Hiring from within and providing training is the most cost-effective alternative. Many employees want to learn the skills needed to move up, even on their own time, but hesitate because companies usually offer no assurance of a job or a promotion. Employers need roughly 5% fewer workers now than at the beginning of the recession, yet there are roughly 4% more people who could want jobs. A more immediate concern is employers' unwillingness or inability to allow applicants with the basic skills time to learn the unique aspects of a particular employer and to begin contributing. Employers overlook or reject some other groups of qualified job applicants. For instance, firms may hesitate to hire people who have been unemployed for a time because hiring officers wonder if these candidates were fired for cause or have outdated skills. Companies tend to discriminate against these perfectly capable people, especially when they have many other applicants. A similar bias works against older job applicants, who find it hard to get hired, despite their skills and experience, which are exactly what employers say are in short supply. Looking ahead, since employers and employees no longer expect a lifetime relationship, both parties need to accept responsibility for the costs of training and the time associated with it. Companies should consider offering training programs to build their future workforces. Such training can take a variety of forms, including 1. In-house training programs. Firms can create educational programs that funnel graduates into open jobs. 1. This works best for companies that need many workers with the same skills, such as machinists. 2. Employer-employee training programs. Some instructional programs are too expensive, and thus create a barrier for skill development that excludes potential job applicants. 2. When companies provide courses that potential employees can study on their own time, employer and employee share the costs of developing the required skilled labor force. 2. The temporary staffing industry flourishes under this model. 3. Public sector, private sector shared undertakings. States can support local companies by using community colleges and tech centers as sites for training programs that focus on serving local industries. 3. Firms provide their systems and gear to the schools for use in hands-on training. Trainees qualify for hiring immediately upon graduation. 4. Broader-based alliances. Companies work with the state, employer associations, or other groups to split education costs. 4. The employee provides classroom-based training under the auspices of the state or the employer association and receives in-house training time from the company. 4. American Electric Power negotiated such an alliance to fill specific jobs like power transmission line mechanic. 4. In the IT and computer fields, companies might share tech developments with schools for training purposes. 5. Apprenticeship programs, actual job environments are setting for teaching crucial skills. 5. Apprenticeship programs are commonplace in law, accounting, and medicine, where trainees learn as they work for a reduced wage. 5. Hiring from apprenticeship programs is cost-effective. Employment is a two-way street. Practical on-the-job experience improves students' preparedness for the workforce. Employers who run such programs gain graduates who are ready to work. Employers and schools must develop alliances, internships, integrative classroom workplace experiences, and other models to create sound, appropriately prepared candidates to fill job vacancies. Takeaways. Evidence does not support the popular idea that a skills gap is to blame for unemployment. Job application software often filters out skilled applicants. Hiring managers demand that applicants have skills, education, and experience, but employers fail to provide orientation about the firm or training on the job's details. Companies must invest in training to get the skilled workers they need. Training your current employees costs less than hiring outside talent. Refusal to pay market wages for talent doesn't equal a dearth of skilled workers. Companies rarely calculate the cost of job vacancies. Both employers and job candidates should negotiate employment qualifications. Applicants and staff members often are willing to learn new skills for upgraded jobs, but can't predict the relevant skills needed for future employment. Behavioral traits, not academic skills, correlate to workplace success. If you enjoyed watching our content and want to stay updated with our latest videos, we'd greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support truly means the world to us. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching.